So what we have here is a Atari 2600 Lite 6er that I picked up off of eBay that's having some issues. It's intermittently not displaying a video on the TV. So I want to go over the steps that I took to diagnose the issue and then how to actually fix it. To replicate the issue, I switch the power on here and I get snow. Now, first thing I checked out was my setup here. So I actually replaced this unit with a heavy 6er that I know worked, and it displayed just fine. So with that, I know that the adapter coming in is good, and then I know that the switch box onward to the TV is good. So the issue is isolated to the unit itself or this cable that's hardwired, the video cable that's hardwired into it. First thing I tried was just jiggling wires. I started with the video cable just to see if there was an issue here, and I tried on both ends, didn't really see any issues. Then I wiggled the power cable, and what's interesting is you can see here that I'm actually able to get a picture with that. So, and the other thing that I noticed was that it actually had some give, which it should not have any give. So what I'm going to have to do is open this up. I think that there's a solder joint that's weak or cracked, and that I'm going to have to replace. I have the unit disconnected and powered off. I flipped it over so I can expose the screws, and there are 8 screws that you're going to be looking for with this particular model. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let me go ahead and unscrew it, open it up, and then I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so now that I've removed the screws, I'm going to I had it flipped back over. I prefer to open it up this way because the cable actually comes through from the bottom. So I want to take the top off and leave the actual circuit board sitting on the bottom. What I'm doing is I'm actually lifting it up and towards me a little bit. The switches get caught a little bit. So as you can see, able to take it off. Alright, so we got the cover off. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to unplug the video cable from the circuit board. Then I'm going to use the metal housing to grab the board and pull it out. I'm going to angle it a little bit and pull it back. Alright, let's flip this guy over and then remove this little cover right here. Maybe so you get a better view. So this is just a little plastic piece we're going to take off, and then I'm going to do a visual inspection on this board. Like I said before, this had some give. It shouldn't have any give. And if you see if you can see it from the side, I can definitely feel that. I'm looking closely and I actually see a crack in the solder in the topmost joint. Let's see if we can get a close view of that. So that's the issue. Might be able to see it better that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch up the solder point there. Alright, let's take a closer look at my new solder joint. Looks alright. I'm going to be moving this guy around, and as you can see there's no movement there, so that looks good. Now let's fire this bad boy up. Alright, we got a nice clear image. So it looks like that was it. Alright, we have everything put back together. Now let's give it a quick test. Nice and beautiful and as crisp as we can expect to screen. Alright, hope this is helpful.